Hello, my name is Robert Miller, and this is session 3, the principles video for the second block, Hermit Crab Mentality. Now, hermit crab, I love these. When I was introduced to this idea, I just fell in love with this idea. Hermit crabs are these really unusual little crabs that when they grow large and they have grown to the full extent of the shell they inhabit that protects them, they leave that shell to find a larger shell. And so their mentality is to always look for a larger space to grow. So they have a growth mentality, okay? And they take phenomenal amount of risk to do that. And not all of them make it to the next shell. And so it's a very risky mindset, okay? It's a mentality that requires discovery mode because you've got to not be so terrified of what's on the menu or you'll never leave the comfort zone of competency. You've got to be able to embrace incompetence. Okay, you're just a novice again suddenly. You're not the most competent. You're not at the front of the line. Okay, you don't have fast passes based on competency and success. You're willing to be incompetent. You're willing to go beyond where you have been and the comfort zone that is. Okay, the image on the cover art is of a group of soldiers, recruits, on an obstacle course, just looking completely beat. They're dirty, they're tired, they look exhausted. Uh, Military break you down first. They get this level of breaking you down as an individual to put you together as a unit of we. Okay, so they break down the me to create the we, but they also break you down so you're open to instruction and so that they can instill deeply embed certain muscle memory areas so you can just move without a lot of thinking. They get it down into the somatic pretty quickly and they use force. Now we're going to do a similar thing here, but we're not going to use force and coercion. You're not going to force yourself into this. You're going to take an honest look at your blind spot. And here's a blind spot. I have a hermit crab mentality. I get bored really easily. If I get a level of competence in anything, I go out and find another thing. Okay? I go out and find the other thing. Oh, Lord, I can't begin to tell you how many people are confused about this. They think it's terrible or they think it's good. And one of the things we're going to demolish here is that competency and reaching the front of the line is universally perfect. Let me say that again. The illusion, the absolute blind spot we live with is if you have reached the level of success where you are preeminent and you fill the space around you and everyone knows who you are and you have attained all of the prizes, that you have arrived. And yet the truth is most people who have achieved that speak about the lack of meaning, or they find meaning somewhere other than that shell of success. We are going to have to leave that shell. Now you are going to discover, sorry, not like Discovery Defense, you're going to explore and to meet yourself and you go, I am a hermit crab. I'm not a hermit crab. I'm very, very happy in my comfort zone. Whichever one it is your gift of preference, you're going to have to engage discipline. Let me tell you something. I have clients who have trouble admitting that they are preeminent, that they have filled their space of success. And I'm one of those people. I act like I can never be content. And that is a blind spot we need to demolish. Now, if you aren't that and you are content, we're going to demolish the comfort zone to allow you to go out into the sand of transformation and metamorphosis. But we're going to do it gently, okay? And that's why we have 2 sessions, because the next one is wonder and connecting with wonder, both the shell and the sand. Let me say that again. Connecting with both the shell I filled with success and the sand of metamorphosis where significance is found. Shell and sand. Thank you very much.